I think sometimes people underestimate how physically fit NASCAR drivers are. Obviously, I'm not the biggest guy. I don't lift a bunch of weights over my head. But, you know, I feel like when we're running 500 miles, the car is 120 degrees in there, and it gets brutal. It's just a different breed of athlete, I guess.
Wow. Unbelievable.
I'm Ryan Blaney, driver of the number 12 Ford Fusion for Team Penske. As far as wins at this point, I think it's about 10 or 12. I remember my first win in NASCAR was in 2012, and I was 18. I was just kind of coming into the sport, my third start, and we ended up winning that one, which was very special to me because it was obviously my first win. It was the team's first win as well, and we were just getting rolling. 2016 is when I got started on the Cup side. A lot of learning, went on to that rookie season. It's nice to be a couple years in here.
From High Point, North Carolina, Ryan Blaney.
My dad raced NASCAR from the late 90s up until about a few years ago, and he's really how I got into racing. You know, he was my hero and still is, and I just wanted to be like him. He opened up a lot of doors for me in NASCAR, and then how he got started was his dad. You know, that's all I could remember was growing up in a racing family, either at the racetrack or learning about race cars, and it's really all I knew. I always appreciated Roger Penske growing up, and someone who I've always wanted to drive for. Honestly, I remember touring this place when I was kind of just getting started, figuring out what we were going to do, what team to go with, and I remember walking around and I was really overwhelmed. There's over 400 people who work here. I think we're very successful as a team and as an organization because we all work together very closely. My pit crew's here 2 or 3 days a week getting ready for every race. They'll do stop after stop after stop, and then they'll go work out for an hour or two. You know, a lot of these guys are ex-football players, baseball players, and you can see that for sure. I wish they would get more recognition than what they do. The pit crew can win us or lose us the race. When you're coming on a pit road and all the cars are bunched together and you're trying to change 4 tires, put 20 gallons of gas in the car in 13 seconds. So that's pretty tough, and one little mistake can cost us the race. So there's a lot of pressure on them. Honestly, they make us look good. They work their butts off to put a car on the racetrack. We recently partnered with Body Armor to honor military heroes, part of the Body Armor Heroes program, and I'm lucky enough to have one who drives my hauler, Justin Bosch.
While I was in school, I was all about the military. I liked racing, but grew up in a family of military. I joined the Coast Guard, did 4 years in that, and then transferred over for 2 years to the Navy Reserve. I was a heavy equipment operator, driving big trucks, and I just enjoyed it. So I could put 2 and 2 together. Once I got out, drive a big truck and work at a race team.
And your job is pretty much to take all the work we do here and then some and take it to the racetrack every week. And if I mess up, we have the parts to fix it too.
Very rarely do you mess up, but when you do, we have everything to fix it.
We run a pretty tight ship over here at Penske.
You gotta be committed to do this job, especially having a family at home. I'm home 2, maybe once in a blue moon, 3 days a week. Thanksgiving week in December and January, I get to be home. But as long as you're committed, you can do it.
Body Armor is our primary sponsor for the July race at Daytona, and we're actually gonna honor a military hero on our deck lid that race. So we're really excited to get him and his family down there and be able to meet them and show them a part of our world. People sometimes overlook how much work it is, not only to be a NASCAR champion, just to make it in NASCAR. It doesn't happen overnight. You know, we've been working at this since I was 8. People always ask me, is it hard to drive a race car? And I say, no, it's not hard. It's harder to go faster than everybody else. I just enjoy the competitive nature of our sport.
You can see how aggressive Ryan Blaney's being.
It's a lot of dedication and prep work, and you always have to keep proving yourself. if you can drive faster than the other guy, I feel like that's pretty neat. And to do this every single week is honestly a dream come true for me.